Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, then subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time whenever I post this new video. So in this video, I'm going to discuss this problem, merge to sorted list. It's a LeetCode daily problem. So let us see what we have to do. So like you are given these two lists over here. So you are given this list 1 and list 2. You are given these two lists and you have to merge them such that it's in sorted list. After merging, you should get a sorted list. Like your output should be 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. This output you have to return in this problem. So basically what we are going to do, like first we will create this head pointer which would be pointing towards a node which is of -1. So this is a head pointer pointing here. Similarly, I'll create this tail pointer which would be also pointing to this -1 node. So you could say like this tail pointer is also pointing towards this head pointer. Like it's pointing towards this node only, -1 only, and head is also pointing here. I'll explain you at last like why I have done it, so you will get it very intuitively at last. So now moving further, so now let us see. So list 1 is this. List 2 is this. 2, 9, 11, 13. So basically I'll use two pointers, one which would be pointing towards this start of this list 1 and one towards this start of this list 2. And you also remember this, like I created this head pointer and this tail pointer pointing towards this -1 node. Now I'll check this, let us name it as I and this j. Now let me check the value pointed by this I pointer and j pointer, which are 1 and 2. So I am seeing like 1 is less than 2, right? So this would come at the start of this 2, like before 2, because these lists are sorted individually. So one would come and then after only another element will come, like 2 will come or 3 will come after it only. So I'll push this one first. So basically what I will do, like this -1, I'll point this pointer here towards at 1. Then what I'll do, I'll increment my I pointer. Now it will point to 3. I'll increment my I pointer. So basically what I have done is, like I was at this pointer and this pointer. So my 1 was less than this 2. So what I did, I pointed my this tail pointer towards this one, tail pointer next towards this one. I moved my tail pointer towards here. Head pointer was still here, and I had also incremented my I pointer towards the next list value, which is 3. So moving further, so now 2 is less than 3, right? So I'll push this 2 first. So again I'll push here 2 and I'll increment this j pointer to point here. So let us look, like 2 was less than 3. So that is why I pushed 2 over here. I pushed tail pointer next is 2. I incremented my tail pointer to point towards tail pointer next, and I incremented this j pointer. This j pointer I incremented. I had incremented. Now it's pointing towards 9. Now again I'll check, like 3 is less than 9, so I'll push 3 here. I'll increment my I pointer, right? Now again I'll check, like this my 5 is less than 9, so I'll push 5 here, right? I'll increment this j pointer to point at 7. Now again my I pointer pointing value is 7, which is less than 9, so I'll push 7 here. So now I will go out of this list and I'll come out of this loop. So now I will check, like if my list 1 and list 2 are empty or not. What I'll check if my list 1 is empty and list 2 is empty or not. If my list 1 is empty, then it means I had covered all of its elements. Nothing is left. If my list if my list 1 is not empty, it means like some elements are left, but I have covered this list 2, right? So this is what happening here. Like list 1 all elements are covered, but list 2 elements some elements are not covered. So it means like all these elements of list 2 are greater than list 1 elements. So what I'll do, like now in my this list I'll point this pointer here, like 9, I'll point this list over here, because rest of the list will remain same in this order only. Rest of the list will remain in this order only, like 9, 11 and 13 order only, because like this list is already sorted. So now all the elements would come here like this. So in this way, like your list would look like this: 9, 11 and 13. This will be your list, and this would be pointing towards null, and this was -1. So now you could see this list you have created, but the problem is like your head pointer is here at -1 node. So basically what you have to return the head pointer next, which is this node. This you would have to return, and now your list is sorted. So now let me show you this code, what I have done in it. So basically, like I had made this list node is -1, this node is -1. My head is pointing towards this node, my tail is also pointing towards this node. Now I'm checking if my both of the list are empty or not. And I'll be into this loop if one of my list does not get empty, until one of my list does not get empty. So first of all, I'll check if my list 1 pointing, that I pointer which I described, is less than the j pointed value. So in that case, I'll do, I'll like tail next is equal to list 1, and then I'll move my list 1 pointer ahead, I 1 pointer ahead, and similarly for the else case. And I'll also increment this tail pointer as I explained you earlier. Now at last, when I will come out of this loop, there are three possible scenarios. Like list 1 could be empty, list 2 could be empty, or both of them could be empty. So if list 1 is not empty, then what I'll do, it means like list 2 elements are whole elements are covered. So it means like list 1 elements are greater than the list 2 elements, so you will push those elements here. So what I have done, I had done this tail next is equal to list 1. Similarly, if list 2 is non-empty, it means like list 2 elements had some elements which are greater than this whole sorted which is greater than my current list. So I'll do this tail next is equal to list 2, and I explained you earlier, like I have to return this minus this node 1 only, because initial node was -1, head was here. So I'll be returning this head next. So basically I have done this so as to avoid this, like initially if you would have taken this null, so there you should they then you have to check various conditions over here, like if head is null then do this, then not. So that's why, to avoid it, I had created this dummy node -1. This is a good technique like which I learned, so you could follow it. So this is done in order of n, like we have merged these two lists in order of n. So in case if you have any query, then ask in the comment section and I'll answer that. And do hit the like button if you loved my content, and thanks for watching.